Well, this is a smart meter, and every household in the city of Thunder Bay has one of these. Now, I know there's been a lot of questions around it, and I'm here with Eileen Diaz in communications with Thunder Bay Hydro. Eileen, I guess first of all, can you explain what is a smart meter?
Well, a smart meter is actually a tool to measure your electricity. The difference between a smart meter and the meters that you had in the past is that the meter sends its information wirelessly, so we don't physically have to come to your home to read it. And it also measures electricity on an hourly basis instead of just in bulk amounts such as per month.
So it's much more accurate.
Well, it's much more detailed.
Okay. Now, with the smart meters comes the time of use. What is time of use?
Well, time of use is a system for charging for your electricity. So instead of just charging based on the volume that you use on a monthly basis, the whole time of use system charges you based on how much you use and when you use it.
Okay, now this is important because we want to encourage people to not use as much electricity during peak times. Because I guess if everyone is using their dishwasher at the same time or washing clothes at the same time of day, that makes the need for electricity go up.
Yes, as a matter of fact, peak time is a time when we actually have got to go elsewhere for our sources of electricity. So we do have enough electricity in the province for everybody to use. However, at certain times of the day, we'd go to higher priced electricity sources. And the idea of peak time is that it's the time when everybody seems to want to be drawing on electricity, but there's also off-peak times when hardly anybody's using electricity. And that's the time that electricity, which is a commodity, just like the price of oil or the price of gas, it actually fluctuates. It fluctuates during the daytime, though, up and down. And so peak times are those times when electricity costs are high because of supply and demand.
Mm-hmm. So off-peak times is when we want to encourage everyone to use the most electricity. And when are the off-peak times?
Well, the different times that are identified as peak and off-peak actually fluctuate from one season to the next. So there's 3 time periods during the day. Think of it as meal times, which is breakfast and supper, the afternoons, and evenings and weekends. During the winter time, meal times are the highest priced electricity, and during the summer times, the afternoons are the highest priced electricity. Now, evenings and weekends and holidays are always going to be the less expensive electricity.
So that's when people should be using the most electricity. That makes more sense. Now, I guess the reason that this is such an important thing is because the price of electricity is going to go up. And we want to also train people to use less electricity and to use it at times where that's more affordable.
Yes, there's a variety of things that people can do in order to conserve or to shift their electricity. A few things that we encourage people to do is that we want you to understand just what in your house takes electricity. What do you have plugged in? How much electricity does it actually use? Is it using electricity without any benefit to you? Things like newfangled televisions that actually are drawing on power, instant on features on different appliances that draw power without any benefit to you at all. That's called phantom load. So the first step that we ask people to do is actually look around your house and understand what your electricity use is and what is drawing power. Then there's a few steps that you could start to take. You could start shifting your electricity use, meaning those things that you can change, you can actually move to times that are off-peak. The other thing you can do is conserve overall. Things such as understanding that every single thing that you plug in your house has 2 price tags. There's the price tag of what it costs in the store, and then there's the price tag of what it costs to run it in your household, and making wise decisions based on those 2 price tags.
And I know manufacturers of appliances are getting on board as well, because the things they are making now are much more energy efficient.
Yes, and there's also a rating system to help people to understand how the choice they make compares to other appliances in the same field. That's called the Energy Star appliances. Now, every single appliance in Canada will have something called an EnerGuide rating, and those that actually do have higher efficiencies earn an Energy Star.
Oh, okay. So with Thunder Bay Hydro, what is Thunder Bay Hydro doing to help their customers conserve energy?
Well, for several years, we've been running public education seminars. We have a website that's chock full of tips, as well as online tools that people can use that interactively work with them to give them some information about what would happen if they move their electricity use and how their electricity use actually adds up. The other thing that we do is we have got some incentive programs. We have a fridge freezer pickup. And we also have got some incentives that give you cash for changing up your heating and cooling systems.
Oh, that's great. Well, everyone wants more cash. Now, how can people find out more information on what we've talked about today?
Well, definitely the first place to go is Thunder Bay Hydro's website, which is tbhydro.com. Or they can call our customer service. We're also often at trade shows and home shows. Don't avoid us at our booth. We have good information for you, and we're really not that mean or anything. We're quite friendly. So we'd love to come and talk to you and give you some information in hard copy so that you can actually bring it home and take note of what you need to do in your home.
Okay, thank you so much, Eileen. I had a lot of questions because I wasn't quite sure what time of use was, so thank you. Hopefully we've dispelled some myths and we've given everyone out there information on how they can shift their use of electricity in their home. And if you want more information, you can go to Thunder Bay Hydro's website. Stay tuned, there's lots more coming up on Shaw TV.